Good morning, and welcome to this vlog of basically I want to show a little bit about how to make your Freddy Krueger glove. So now I'm not a professional or anybody that's got to making them for a long time or anything. This is the only the second glove I'm working on. You can get these templates right offline. Go ahead and just Google search Freddy glove template. You'll pretty much see this. What I did was I just saved it to a flash drive, went down to the Office Max, had them printed out on cardstock, and just cut it out. So from there you get your sheet of copper. Now what I did was I just went down to the scrap metal yard, or the sheet metal place, and went to their scrap yard and got a big section of this and got it for $2. No kidding. Alright, and so trace this onto the copper and you'll pretty much get this. Now everything I'm doing here is very crude. That is the cool part about this project for me, is the fact that it's all crude. It's made to look crude. That's the whole point of the movie and the prop. So I just got a pipe here, piece of pipe here, and you just want to go ahead and start by making an initial fold. And then from there you're going to take a hammer and just kind of straighten it out. So the next part is attaching. Once you got both pieces out, lining up the holes. It's going to take some time just getting the fold right and the bend right and everything. As far as the rivets, this is what I use. Again, just trying to make it so that you can do this yourself at home, and I'm not keeping anything a secret from you. I got these off of online. I just actually searched on Amazon for boot rivets, and this is what I found. Tandy leather factory rivets. In fact, that's what they do say to use, so that's what I got. And how I'm installing these, put it through the back here, and then I actually just use a vise like this and I squeeze it together. So alright guys, well, the reason there's not much video here in this beginning of this, because the battery on this camera is gonna die. Used most of it for the JW's radio show, filming that, so camera's probably gonna die, but it's the end of the day. Gonna get out of here. Wanted to show bits and pieces of the Freddy glove build, in case somebody wants to do it themselves and attempt it, see what they come up with. I think it's a cool project, and it's not terribly hard. It's pretty self-explanatory, so that's what kind of wanted to show a little bit of that. And yeah, try it yourself. Before you go and buy one of the custom ones, maybe try build one yourself. I think part of the fun is definitely building it. So anyway, yeah, I kind of smashed my finger a little bit. You can't see it, but hey guys, well, I guess I got a little something to tell you. Actually, everybody's getting sick lately. Moonshine is sick with the flu or something, so last thing I want to do is get sick. So I always make sure, try to take these things. So yeah, my Friday night pretty much consists of McDonald's for dinner, although I didn't eat lunch, so I guess that's how I'm justifying the calorie count, right? Just been thirsty tonight, I don't know why, but alright. Okay, so what happened today? This vlog was actually going to be kind of about a little bit of how to build a Freddy glove, but I made kind of a novice mistake and really didn't realize that my camera should have been charged up last night. But I don't like to charge it when I like to kind of run the battery down. I didn't realize that this morning the JW's radio was going to eat up so much battery. There was a little bit of a complication actually halfway through the radio show. I had to cut and come back because the neighbor was making so much noise. It really affected the video, so I really couldn't have that in there, so had to do a splice and come back to it. But anyway, during all that, ate up a lot of battery, so by the time I got to work and did some of those clips that you did see, it was pretty much too late. I did put this piece on the little ringlet, so seems to work. I gotta put the other one up there. This is the gonna be the pinky finger, so just gotta make sure that goes together correctly. It's soldered. You'll see the clip shortly right here on my soldering job, what I learned, and just kind of sharing it and passing it along. I've been trying not to use so much flux, so there's not so much of it to have to remove. Although I'm gonna try, I'll probably do it tomorrow, pick it up. Gonna try to see if this other stuff will age the copper. It seems like the guys that are doing this professionally kind of thing, where they're just kind of doing it as their own website kind of thing, kind of like what I'm doing with my grips. They seem to be keeping the aging technique to their copper a secret, but for me, I don't think it's that much of a big deal, because I think it's pretty easy to figure out how to age this stuff, and I'm gonna try ammonia. So, and that stuff is pretty cheap. I think at Walmart it's like a couple bucks. This is the glove. This is not like the Wells Lamont glove. It's a cheap suede copy of it, but the key to these Freddy gloves is this right here, the pull string, tab, and bead. So that's a real big key to these gloves, to have that. I'm actually making this one left-handed, so we'll see how that kind of looks. Of course, I'll age the glove, figure out. I'm still trying to work with aging these things and figuring out what's the best technique. So I did learn that leather dye is not the way to go, because leather dye, what it does is it saturates and then it actually winds up staining your hand as well. That's not good. Then you got yellow hands. In fact, I'm still barely recovering from some work that I did with leather dye. So anyway, that's what happened with today's video. Battery died. Left me pretty much at work with no battery. So I did learn something about doing this, about making the fingers, about making everything line up and get smooth. That is, I'll toss this glove aside. The bar, or the pipe, whatever you're using, if you want to pretend that's a bar, you actually put both pieces together. Just kind of just set the rivets and just put them both together like this, and then just tap around, and that way both will form to each other and then work fairly well. And then from there you kind of make minor adjustments and just kind of bend what needs to be bent out of place, but or you know, just down, so it just operates a little smoother. So, and then this one I did not put the V cuts in it. So, but anyway, I figured being in October, this is kind of what I'm doing, kind of what I'm working on. So, okay, hopefully you'll see this. I'm gonna put the ringlet here, but I'm gonna add just a little bit of the flux on the inside. And I got this on a piece of steel, and just a little bit there. Okay, the stuff I'm using is this right here. Is that Ote number 5 lead-free solder paste. Start up my torch, and what I'm using is nothing fancy, just a green propane tank bottle. Now what I've found is you don't need much flame. You need very, very little. So I'm going to go ahead and install this right now. You want to tweak it into place. Okay. So once it looks like kind of where you want it, make sure everything can function still with it. Maybe move it back a little bit here. Again, I'm just really doing a real crude job. Okay, so I'll go ahead and we'll do the bottom one first. And really just got my silver solder. This is lead free. And just gonna lightly heat it up. And you see the flux is already starting to bubble. And right there, the soldering goes right underneath where it needs to go. And we'll turn this over and do the other side. Okay, same thing. You may not see it as well though. Okay, went right underneath, and there you go. That's it. Real simple. It's not that hard. You see it in there. I know it's kind of dark out here, but see how it just kind of pushed right underneath there, and on the bottom one too. So both of those, it's ready to go. This is the smaller finger. Already kind of did the blade. So this is kind of a failed vlog really because of the camera, the battery dying. So I'm just kind of adding some of this in it here for you. Really, I'm not using anything fancy. Again, just the tank with that fixture on it, torch, silver solder, basic lighter. Okay, so that's going to be it, you guys. I'm going to close it out. Sorry, it's not a very long video today, but that's because when I got home, I had to charge this camera up, and it took a while because it was all the way dead. I mean, red light shut off. That's it. That's why that little clip of the video in the beginning there, that's why it just pretty much just cut off right away. So there you have it, dead battery. That's how today went. So yeah, the JW's radio is tomorrow, so there you have it. And yeah, keep an eye out for the video coming up with the Rough Rider work fold. So how do you like that job? I'm out of here, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.